Definition of predict. This strategy involves the ability of readers to get meaning from a text by making informed prediction. Prediction is one of the main skills needed for a good conversation. But according to this, predicting, it's a reading strategy that allows students to use information from text, headings, pictures, even with their own experience. By making their own predictions, the students will anticipate what will happen, like in the story, or what will happen next. And there will be more focus about the type of text. Uh, there will be revising and refining and even trying to verify their own predictions.
Then we have the benefits of predictions. And as we are showing you, using prediction as a reading strategy can help students improve their reading comprehension and develop critical thinking skills. One of the critical thinking skills are reading comprehension, and this in prediction helps the students understand the story, make connections to the text, and interact with it. Then we have critical thinking in predictions, helps students develop critical thinking skills, as I said before, by using their prior knowledge and experience to anticipate what may happen, like Luz said before. Then we have active reading in prediction encourages students to read actively and closely, searching for clues and evidence to make predictions. Then we have motivation in predictions. In prediction motivates students because they are constantly thinking ahead and refining their predictions. And last but not least, we have justification in predictions helps the students justify their opinions and personal responses.
How can students practice making predictions in reading? Well, growing readers can have difficult time making predictions that are meaningfully and logical. By modeling or practicing this reading strategy, often students learn to create strong predictions based on text evidence or background knowledge. Here are 5 ways that students can practice making predictions as a class or individually. 1. Teacher think aloud. First, this strategy is in which students verbalize their thoughts while reading or answering questions. And when reading aloud any piece of text, teachers can use think aloud technique to model how good readers continually make predictions before, during, and after reading. This technique can be thoughtfully planned ahead before implemented, but is also effective to demonstrate often with any piece of text read in class. The second one is provide thinking STEM. Giving students thinking STEMs is helpful to make reading comprehension strategy more concrete. Offering two-part thinking STEMs, for example, question like I think or because is important with making predictions since they require students um, to have clear reasons to support their predictions. Um, Fear is individual crystal ball. And students write their prediction on sticky notes and put them in crystal ball on an anchor chart or whiteboard. And you can make the anchor chart reusable by keeping in general with a question like, what do we predict will happen next? 3, individual, no, sorry. 4, notification reader making prediction based on notification text features. Also, I want to say that the scheme, I don't know if you all we know, but it's when we only look for the general or main ideas of a text. And for notification reading, making prediction based on notification text features. Students skim the text features on an informational text, for example, table of content, headings, image, caption, etc., to make predictions about the text. And five is support independent reading response, offering multiple ways that students use reading strategy independently can keep students engaged and help reach the many type of learnings in a classroom.
An example of the prediction that we use is the Heart and the Tortoise, because it is one of the first tests that we read as kids. And we started with seeing the title of the sorry, of the test, predicting that it was going to be an animals book. And while we were reading, we saw that there was a race against a tortoise and a hare, and we predict that the hare was going to win because the tortoise was really slow and the hare was really fast. But then we didn't predict that the hare was going to just get too confident and rest, and that the tortoise was going to just pass over the hare. And at the end, we saw how the tortoise just won against the hare, and the hare was just like, okay, we want to acknowledge that when you first saw the book, when we first saw the book, we did a prediction, and while we were reading, we didn't expect the way that the story went, and we did another prediction, and then we just start to analyze the book, and we start to be more focused on the story as a and we reflect about the way we think about the hare that was super fast and the tortoise that was super slow. So for prediction, we don't just predict at the beginning as in the pre-reading, where you can use the title, the cover, the short introduction that it's put at the beginning, the table of content, the name of the characters. Um, but we use it as well in reading and pulse reading. In reading as a way to confirm your predictions in the pre-reading, or changing them based on of what you're reading and your knowledge. And after that, in the post reading, you can discuss this with a partner or someone else and see if your predictions fit in the story, if they didn't, if they weren't accurate, or if they changed throughout the reading. With that, we can say that with prediction, that the readers can make a pause and reflect and infer to justify their decisions, allowing them to refine and revise and verify their own thoughts, and making a way to develop more develop skills as a reading comprehension. We we to develop acquired to critique, test, and to question, and to analyze and evaluate the test and the situations around them.
And for conclusion, we say that using prediction, you can use it not only reading in just life in general, you can use it, and applying prediction in reading can help you be like more accurate. And I say like, if you are predicting in while you are reading, like you are proving that you are actually reading, because if you predict something wrong, then you can see why that is wrong. Or if you predict something that yes was you were right, you can prove that way that you are actually reading and like getting the information that you are reading. And that's all.